What's going on, everybody? It's Physical Friday, and we are on the second week of the CrossFit Games 2021. And if you're not part of the CrossFit Games, that's cool. This will apply one way or another. If you don't even know what the CrossFit Games are, that's fine. The CrossFit Games are something that it's a worldwide online competition where workout is released every Thursday for 3 weeks. This year, it used to be 5 weeks. I think some years it's even been 6 weeks. This year, it's going to be 3 weeks. And no one knows what that workout is until Thursday night. And then you have as many times as you want to complete it between Thursday night when it's released and Monday evening. And this year, there are divisions for no equipment in case COVID is keeping people in, and regular equipment. You can videotape yourself doing these workouts under certain standards, or you can go to a real CrossFit gym and have a real judge you. And those are the two ways that you enter. So this week was an interesting one. We just finished this week. It was the first workout, and it had a new movement in it, wall walks, which luckily I was familiar with. And maybe you bought a deck of cards from the Tom Rowland podcast deck of cards, and maybe you're familiar with the wall walks too, because that movement is on the deck of cards. You basically lay down with your feet up against the wall. You, with a piece of tape at your shoulders, you have to have both hands on the tape. You put your feet on the wall, you back up and then your hands come to another piece of tape that's 10 inches away from the wall, which is basically having your chest against the wall. And at that point, you can walk back out until your hands touch the tape. You can drop down off the wall into a push-up position on your chest, and that would be one. Then there is a double under. A double under is where you have a jump rope. Every time you jump, you turn the rope twice. That's a double under. The workout went like this. You had 15 minutes to complete as much of this as possible. You did 1 wall walk, 10 double unders. 3 wall walks, 30 double unders. 6 wall walks, 60 double unders. 9 wall walks, 90 double unders. 15 wall walks, 150 double unders. 21 wall walks, 210 double unders. And if you could get that completed in under 15 minutes, then your score was the time that you completed it. If not, you counted up all the reps that you did, and that was your score. The elite, many of the elite finished that workout. Some finished it in 11 minutes or less. In my division, 50 to 54, some people, the top score, you can see right here, 567 reps. So he got close to finishing it, but didn't quite get there. And I got, let's see, you keep on going down through here all the way to the bottom, then you hit next. And even though this was a pretty decent score, I ended up in 56th place. 56th place with 387 reps. Now, I'm pretty happy with that. That's one of my best finishes I've ever had in the open. And it is 56th place in the world in 50 to 54. So I'm super happy with that. And in order to move on to the next level, I have to be in the top 10%. So this will get me, there's 6,700 people in this division. So being at 56 puts me in a great place. But in order to go to the next level, I need to be in the top 20 of the next level. So being at 56 right now is a little troubling, because I start looking at the leaderboard kind of wondering, well, what would it take to get me into the top 20? And so I am at 387 reps. And if you notice, there are ties. Like I'm second place in 387 reps. I am second place because there was a tie break. If we look here, there's a tie break at 11 minutes and 55 seconds. So I finished the 150 double unders at 11 minutes and 55 seconds. If we look at this next score, this guy finished at 12:02. And if we look at the one above, he's going to finish in 11:44. So he just did it a little faster than I did. That was the tie break. We knew that in advance. So you're trying to get there as fast as you can. Then if you look above that, there are 388 reps for a whole bunch of people. So I started to look at what would it take for me to get into the top 20. And if I look down here at the bottom, there's 388 reps all the way to number 44, right? I go to 389 reps, just 2 more than I did, and that gets me all the way to 37. 3 more would have gotten me to 33, 4 more, and I would have gotten all the way to 26, 5 more reps at 24, and 6 more reps, I would have been at 21, 7 more reps, I would have been at 18. So we're really looking at 7 reps that holds me out of the place that I want to be. Now, all of that is super boring if you don't know anything about the CrossFit Games or you don't care anything about the CrossFit Games. But that's not the purpose of this particular Physical Friday. This particular Physical Friday is to talk about that, exactly that I was 7 reps short. So I pretty much gave it my all the way to the end. Probably had something left in the tank, but that was where all the money is made. That's where the rubber meets the road. That's where you get all of your benefits. So most of the benefits in fitness are going to come at that very end where could you do 1 more? Could you do 2 more? Could you give it a little extra effort? Most of the time it's yes. The CrossFit Games and this scoreboard and the way that I'm looking at this shows me that, yeah, I had a couple more in the tank. I could have done it. And had I done it, the rewards would have been really big. I would have moved my way up the scoreboard. If you're in the entire, in the place where there's 350,000, 1 more rep might be, 4,000 places on the leaderboard. And, who really cares if you're in 284,000th place and you move up 4,000 places. But the point being that it's that effort at the very end of the workout. It's that extra effort that you're putting in that are going to that's where the gains live. That's where the progress is. That's where your effort will result in big rewards. Big rewards. This is just an illustration. It's just an illustration to show you that the rewards are at the end, to give it that 1 more, to give it that sprint at the end, to give it that extra effort when you think that you can't. That's when you're going to make real progress. So when you're out there working out, whether it's the CrossFit Games or anything else, and you get to the point to where you feel like you can't do 1 more, do 1 more. Do 1 more. Give it that extra effort, and that's where all the progress lies, is in those things that you didn't think that you could do. And that is illustrated nicely here. So we're going to have another chance. We're going to have another chance today. It's Thursday. At 8 o'clock, it's going to come out again, and I am going to hopefully be sitting in this place next week knowing that I absolutely gave it everything that I possibly can. And if I'm still low on the scoreboard, that's fine. I don't care. But I'll know in my heart that I gave it everything I had, instead of looking at this thinking, man, I think I had another couple left in me. So this week, I'm going to give it everything I have. I hope you give it everything you have. And when you do give it everything you have, that is where the progress lies. All right. I'll see you next week on Physical Friday. If you're in the games, good luck. Don't forget that there is a Tom Rowland Podcast leaderboard. All right. So if you're wondering how to get on to the leaderboard, this is how I think you're supposed to do it. And maybe I did it wrong. I don't know. But it looks like you go to your competition dashboard right here. When you're signed in, you go over here to your dashboard. Here we go. Here's my dashboard, my competitions, submit scores. And then down here, it says your hashtag leaderboards. Create and view leaderboards using hashtags. And so if you add your own hashtag, I've got Garage CrossFitter, I've got Fisherman, and I've got Tom Rowland Podcast. If I look at Fisherman, let's see what happens if we pull up the Fisherman leaderboard. So apparently Adam Sundquist from Iceland is an awesome fisherman that is also an awesome CrossFitter in first place on the Fisherman Leaderboard. Dustin Rawl would be second place, and I would be third place. And then a whole bunch of, oh, look, Mike Bartlett. That's a Key West guide right there. He's a fisherman. And he's there in I don't know, 5th place or 6th place or whatever. But if you want to join the Tom Rowland podcast one, I created a leaderboard just for us. And you go to your dashboard, and down here, you would just put in your own hashtag right there. Add your own hashtag. Put in hashtag Tom Rowland podcast. And if we go to that, boom. Oh, there are people here. Sweet. Patrick Benson beat me at 390 reps. Congratulations, Patrick Benson. Tom Rowland in second place. John Snipes also had a good score, 306 reps. Tom Wanasic is at 213 reps. So we got 4 of us in here. I'm sure Mike Bartlett's going to join. So 4 of us. This is super sweet. I just loaded the page wrong. I didn't realize that you weren't there. So Patrick Benson is leading right now with 390 reps, just 3 reps over me, which means he gave it that extra. If I had put that extra 3 reps in there, be tied with Patrick Benson. That's what leaderboarding is. This is leaderboarding. You just sit there and you think about, man, what could I have done? It's not healthy or productive. Best thing to do is to get out there this week and do it again. All right, so cool. Glad you guys joined the leaderboard. If anybody else is listening, you want to join and be part of this little group, hit hashtag Tom Rowland Podcast in your dashboard, and you'll be on there. Until next week, see ya.